Used to pass by the schools that was just white schools and wondered why we wasn't together.
After the landmark Supreme Court decision, Brown versus Board of Education, schools were forced to integrate.
Belton Honeypath High School was formed in 1966 by combining three schools, Honeypath High, Belton High, and Gargant High. In its first year, integration was by choice.
I felt like it was something that was going to be done and had to be done and needed to be done. We all were small schools, and there was a lot of subjects that we couldn't have because of being a small school. I remember Honeypath students had to drive to Belton on a bus to have a chemistry class because there wasn't enough at both schools to have a chemistry class. And so by coming together and consolidating the schools, we became a much bigger school, and the students got a much better offer of academics than they would have keeping the two schools separated. Second year of integration, which would have been the 67-68 school year, we integrated all the 9th grade and all the 11th grade. And then the third year of the school, which would have been 67, 68, 68, 69, all of Gargant came.
Students had different opinions about integration.
I don't know, it happened so fast. You know, 11th grade, at the end of the 10th grade, we find out that we're going to be consolidated, and it was just overwhelming to start with.
I had a choice at the time because my coach, Creighton, wanted me to actually stay there because they were looking to have a winning team that year with me. And he hated it because I left Gargant to go to BHP. That was a volunteer basis.
Integration was not an easy process at first.
I was told that I need to stay in my place.
And Jay got tried. He's a tough one. I didn't have a choice, but I learned a lot from it.
The first integrated sport was football. The team began the process in the summer of 1966.
And we had 2 players to come out for the team, and that was J.E. and also Marvin Dodson. And they were the 2 black players we had on the team. Everything went fine, it was smooth, we didn't have any problems with that. And not only, you know, we had actually 3 schools coming together that we all had to work together to make it work. And one of the things that the schools kept saying when we consolidated and integrated was, the one thing that can make this go was to have good sports programs. And that would bring the community together faster than anything, and I think it did.
After grueling practices and lots of sacrifices, the team started to pull together.
We started practice in August in the hot sun, 90, 100-degree weather, two times a day. It was rough, and we had one player who had been a starter for one of the teams beforehand, a good football player, and he missed practice one day. And of course, we had a rule: if you miss practice, the next practice you run the whole practice. You don't stop; you just continue to run. And he decided he did not want to do that, so he quit the team. Well, we're getting ready now to play our first game, and he comes back to me and said, "I made a mistake. I'd like to be part of the team." I said, "I will not decide. I'll let the team decide." And I went into our meeting. I told him what the situation was and how do y'all feel about it. I said, "You've already done all the hard work." He only got 1 vote to come back on the team. So that just shows you the togetherness that we had.
You gain your respect by earning it, and you're going to get tried. Because see, the Belton boys didn't know that many of the Honeypath boys. Didn't know anybody from Gargant. So everybody was sort of on the same level as far as being team. That was the closest team I ever been with when I was at BHP.
The community supported the teams.
I've never met so many people that were so fine, that were so good, and really that came up and supported a football team like they did in these 2 towns. And I know we were playing one team one night, and they were from down in the lower part of the state that came up, and before the game started, the coach and I were talking, and he looked around in the stands and he said, "How many people do y'all have in this area?" And I said, "We've got about 6,000. He said, "They're all here, aren't they?" And so, I know a lot of people, when we consolidated the schools, said, "I wonder who will score the first touchdown. Will it be somebody from Belton or will it be somebody from Honey Path?" And J.E. Fool, he scored the first touchdown on a 51-yard draw play. Am I right, J.E.?
That's right.
51-yard draw play.
Right.
And that just brought the crowd to their feet, and everything just went smooth after that.
After the 3-year process, we were no longer Stingers or Warriors or Hornets. We were the Bears, and we were one.
No, I love being going to BHP, and that was one of the most wonderful things that I was able to do, because you see, I still got BHP here, and see, there is no Gear Gant now, and so I looked at those things that this was going toward the future. It's not going to be in the past. So all that this means a whole lot, and it's still going on today. And see, my team is still going on now, BHP, and that's a positive.